linear systems of equations. So a system of equation is when you have two simultaneous equations that are both linear, and we're looking for solutions or answers to this. So one of the basic problems that you'll start to learn is determining whether a pair or a point is actually a solution for a system. So what you have to do is you have to check this point because it's a system, which means you have more than one thing, more than one piece or part working together. You need to check both. So it's only going to work if it works for both of them. So if it works for one, it is not a solution. If it works for none, it's not a solution. It has to work for both. So we're going to take our x value, because we have 3. So we're going to take our x value of 5, y value is 3, and we're going to just plug it in and see what happens. So our first equation, 5x minus 2y, is going to be 5 times 5 minus 2 times 3 equals 19. 25 minus 6 is 19. That is true. So that first solution, or that first equation, that point is on there. For the second one, 4x plus 3y, we have 4 times 5 plus 3 times 3, and is that equal to negative 11? I already know it's not, because we're adding positive numbers. It's not going to give us a negative number. 20 plus 9 is not. So this is not a solution for this system. So for context, the solution is the intersection. So if you have two linear equations or two lines and you graph them, if they intersect at a point, that is where your solution is. So this is saying that 5 comma 3, when x is 5 and y is 3, that's actually going to be on this first equation if you graph it, but it's not going to be on the second one. So it's not going to be where they intersect. So if we look at visuals, here's a multiple choice type question. Determine which of the graphs is a system of equations that has no solution. No solution. So if there is no solution, it means there's no intersection. So if you have two lines that are not going to intersect, we have multiple choice here, so we could see it. In this case, it's going to be D. What this means in terms of algebraically, the lines are parallel. So they have the same slope, which makes them parallel, but they have different y-intercepts. So they're touching the y-axis at different places, which makes them two completely different lines. And that's why there's no solution here. So if we look at another one, this one is asking, determine which graph has an infinite number of solutions. Infinite, meaning there's not one solution, there are many solutions. Well, the only way for two lines to have many solutions, or essentially all of the same solutions, they have to be the same. So infinite solutions means you have the same exact line. So in this case, it's also the same letter choice. It's D. So if they have the same solution, you're going to have the same slope, which means they're moving in the same direction. You're also going to have the same y-intercept, which means they're going to touch the same exact point and they're going to move in the same exact way. It's two things directly on top of each other, moving simultaneously. So that's an infinite number of solutions. The other option, like A and C, that's where your one solution pops in. And you can see it, like it touches at one spot. Same thing with C. That's where you would have one solution, which is typically the case, but there are problems where you'll have these other scenarios, so just make sure you understand them.